to start our next project. The next project we're going to do is called the hand tool project. This project will help you to use layout tools such as the combination square. You're going to use a compass that you were exposed to during your related week. Obviously pencils, a tape measure, and a ruler. Provided in your folder, you'll find that there's a drawing. The drawing is two-sided. We're going to start by doing the front side, and then we have the back side for a little bit later on. Okay, procedure goes as this. You're going to use, from the top right corner of a block provided to you by your instructor, you're going to use the combination square. Combination square will allow you to draw angles at a right angle or at a 45-degree angle if you use this back side. Okay, from the top right corner of your block, you're going to use the combination square, and you're going to draw a line at 45 degrees out of that corner. Okay, measuring along this line from the corner, you're going to mark it out at 2-inch intervals. You can use the tape measure, you could use a ruler, or even the ruler that's on your combination square could be used. I'm going to hook my tape measure on the corner, and I'm going to mark at 2-inch intervals. The 2, the 4, the 6, and at the 8. Okay, number 3 says to use a cordless drill and drill 4 holes on the marks made in step number 2. These are going to be the centers of the 4 different size holes that you're going to need to drill. The first hole closest to the corner is going to be a 3/8 inch diameter, and then they're going to get bigger as they go along. We're going to use a cordless drill. We're going to show that today. You'll use it again later this week, and some drill bits. I've gone to the tool crib and I've come back with a 12-volt cordless drill. The drill has a battery which connects in the bottom of the handle. It has a selector switch where you can make it run in a forward speed or in a reverse speed, and it also has a high-low switch on it. The first drill bit that I'm going to need, shown here on your plan, is a 3/8 inch diameter. I select the correct bit from the box, and I'm going to install it in the chuck. You push it in and you turn the chuck until it tightens. Once you get it tight, you'll hear kind of a clicking ratchet, and that'll tell you that it's tight. You want to make sure that the selector switch is in the forward position. It's shown by having an arrow facing the front of the drill. When turned on, the drill will turn in a clockwise motion, and that's the way that it has to be turning in order for the drill bit to cut. I'm going to use a clamp located, you can get one of these in your toolbox, it's located under your bench. Whenever I'm drilling, I want to make sure that I immobilize the piece by clamping it to my table, or you can turn your bench up on end and you can clamp it to it. Okay, it says in my plan I'm going to drill to a depth of about 1/2 inch. So if you go just so that the drill bit comes flush with the top part of the drill bit right here, that will be deep enough. I'm going to locate the very small point right over the hole that I made, and I'm going to go ahead and drill that. Okay, after I've done that, I'm going to loosen the chuck, and I'm going to remove the 3/8 bit, and I'm going to put in the next bit that it calls for, which is a 1 1/8 diameter. I'm going to go ahead and drill these next 4 holes. Okay, I've finished drilling the 4 holes here at my bench. I'm going to return the drill bits to the box so that other students may use them. Now after I've drilled the holes, it says use a compass and draw a 4-inch diameter circle in the top left and in the bottom right. Okay, the compass represents the radius of a circle. And in order to get a 4-inch diameter circle, I'll have to set the distance between this point and the pencil lead at 2 inches. I can use a ruler to do that. Pick any hole number and move the compass until it reaches a 2-inch distance from the point. Using the combination square, I loosen the nut, I move it to 2 inches and retighten. From the top left corner, I'm going to go ahead and mark the end of the square. Now I'm going to turn it and I'm going to mark it again. The intersection of these 2 points is going to be the center of the whole of the circle that I draw with the compass. I'm going to do this same procedure down here for the bottom left side. Mark from the bottom, mark from the right edge, and right here where they cross is going to be the center. I'm going to take the compass. Now this compass is a fragile instrument. If you don't take care, it will fall apart possibly and lose some of the pieces. So I want you to make sure that these wheels stay tight, that holds the lead and the point in. Be mindful that the point is sharp. Now that I have this set at 2 inches, I'm going to go ahead and draw the circles. I'm going to put the point right in at my with my 2 lines crossed. The pencil edge should be right to the edge of the piece. And then with a very kind of an arcing motion, I'm going to go ahead and spin this right around, making my 4-inch circle. I'm going to do the same thing in this corner. Now I have the 2 circles. Okay, the next thing it says at the bottom left corner, I want you to measure up 3 inches. Take my tape and I'm going to measure up 3 inches. And once again, using my combination square, I'm going to use the 45-degree angle side and I'm going to make a mark starting at that point, that line that I made, and I'm going to make a mark right here on the bottom corner. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block of wood here that I've started and I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'm going to cut this using a hand saw, or I can use the miter box saw that you've been using during the week. So I'm going to go ahead to the miter box now and we'll go ahead and cut that and I'll be right back. Okay, I've come back from the miter box. I've cut that off at the 45-degree angle. Okay, the next thing it says here, number 6. Bore a 7/8 inch hole 1/2 inch deep in the center of the 2 4-inch circles, and then drill through the center of the 7/8 hole with a 5/16 inch bit and install a carriage bolt, washer, and a nut as the last step. So I'm going to go ahead now and find the correct size bit, and I'm going to drill a 7/8 hole right here in the center where I made that X. Okay, I've got the drill and the drill bit. Once again, I'm going to use the quick grip clamp to immobilize the piece while I drill it. I'm going to place the center of the bit right on the crosshairs and I'm going to go ahead and drill it. If I stand closer to the drill and use my hand, my left hand, if I'm right-handed, right hand on the grip, left hand here, and that will help stabilize it and give me a little bit more leverage when drilling this hole. Alright, while you were gone, I have gone ahead and drilled the bit 1/2 inch down, and now I'm going to use this bit, a 5/16 bit, to drill the center so that I can install the carriage bolt. Now I want to make sure that when I clamp this, I clamp my piece so that the hole is clear of the bench. Because once I drill through this piece, I don't want to drill through my workbench. So I'm going to clamp this here. I'm going to drill that one. I'm going to spin it around, and I'm going to drill the next one. Okay, I got the 2 holes drilled, the 5/16 holes through the center of the other bit. That will allow the nut and the washer to lay flat in here, recessed, so that it doesn't stick past here. Okay, now it says to turn the piece over. And if you remember, you're going to install the carriage bolt as the very last step. So we're gonna just flip this over. I want you to just grab it and flip it. When you flip it, I want to see that the cut piece that you put on here should be at the top left corner, just like this. Okay? You're also going to flip your drawing over because the next part of your project is here on the back side. Okay, the next thing it's going to tell me to do is to draw a line from the top right corner to the bottom left corner. From one corner to the other. I'm going to use a straight edge. You can use a ruler, a straight piece of wood. These rulers are located in the tool crib here at the shop. I'm going to line the ruler edge up with the bottom left and the top right corner, and using my carpenter's pencil, I'm going to draw that line. Now the next thing I'm going to do, you're going to take your combination square again, and you're going to locate 3.5 inches on the square, and you're going to lock the square down at the 3.5 inch mark. Now I'm going to go from the left-hand side of my piece. I'm going to place the square on the flat surface here, and I'm going to slide it down until the end of my square bisects the line that I just drew, and I'm going to make a line on there. I'm going to flip the square around, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now the next thing it says, these are going to be the top left hole in the handrail bracket that you're about to install. Okay? So the next thing I need to do is get my handrail bracket from my instructor, and we're going to go ahead and show you how to put those on.